Welcome to our nostalgic journey through Hollywood's golden era. Today, we're spotlighting over 25 heartthrob actors from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. These icons captivated audiences with their charm, talent, and unforgettable roles. We'll explore their birth years, key career highlights, and their status today. For those still with us, discover their current age and activities in 2025. For those who've passed, we'll remember their legacies. Join us as we celebrate these timeless stars, then and now. Number 1. Mel Gibson, born in 1956. He debuted in the late 70s with Mad Max in 1979, earning acclaim for his intense performance. In the 80s, Gibson starred in Gallipoli in 1981 and Lethal Weapon in 1987, solidifying his action hero status. The 90s brought Braveheart in 1995, which he directed and starred in, winning Oscars for Best Picture and Best Director. At 69 years old in 2025, Gibson directed Flight Risk, starring Mark Wahlberg, and serves as a special ambassador to Hollywood under President Trump. He also lost his Malibu home to wildfires this year. Number 2. Clint Eastwood, born in 1930. In the 70s, he starred in Dirty Harry in 1971 and directed Play Misty for Me. The 80s featured Pale Rider in 1985 and Bird in 1988, earning Golden Globes. In the 90s, Unforgiven in 1992 won him Oscars for Best Director and Best Picture. At 95 years old in 2025, Eastwood directed Juror Mer 2, released in 2024, and insiders deny it's his final film, though he's slowing down. He remains a film industry legend, with no new projects announced yet. Number 3. Denzel Washington, born in 1954. He debuted in the late 70s with Wilma in 1977. In the 80s, he starred in St. Elsewhere from 1982 to 1988 and won an Oscar for Glory in 1989. The 90s included Malcolm X in 1992 and Philadelphia in 1993. At 70 years old in 2025, Washington received the honorary Palme d'Or at Cannes, starred in Othello on Broadway, and is set for Highest to Lowest with Spike Lee. He also joined Black Panther 3 and was honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Number 4. Kevin Costner, born in 1955. In the late 70s, he debuted in Sizzle Beach, USA. The 80s brought Silverado in 1985 and The Untouchables in 1987. In the 90s, he directed Dances with Wolves in 1990, winning Oscars. At 70 years old in 2025, Costner continues with Horizon, an American saga, though Chapter 2's release was delayed after Chapter 1's poor performance. He remains active as an actor, director, and producer in Western epics. Number 5. Arnold Schwarzenegger, born in 1947. In the 70s, he won Mr. Olympia titles and starred in Pumping Iron in 1977. The 80s featured Conan the Barbarian in 1982 and The Terminator in 1984. In the 90s, Total Recall in 1990 and Terminator 2 in 1991 were hits. At 78 years old in 2025, Schwarzenegger stars in Fubar Season 2 on Netflix and voiced a character in Secret Level. He advocates for climate action and received an honorary doctorate in 2024. Number 6. Sylvester Stallone, born in 1946. In the 70s, he wrote and starred in Rocky in 1976, winning Oscars. The 80s included First Blood in 1982 and Rocky III in 1982. In the 90s, Cliffhanger in 1993 and Demolition Man in 1993 were successes. At 79 years old in 2025, Stallone serves as a special ambassador to Hollywood under President Trump. He's developing a Demolition Man sequel and a film about Jack Johnson through Balboa Productions. Number 7. Bruce Willis, born in 1955. In the 80s, he starred in Moonlighting from 1985 to 1989, winning an Emmy, and Die Hard in 1988. The 90s featured Die Hard 2 in 1990 and Pulp Fiction in 1994. At 70 years old in 2025, Willis retired from acting in 2022 due to aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. His wife, Emma Hemming Willis, is releasing a book on caregiving in September 2025. Number 8. Tom Hanks, born in 1956. In the late 70s, he debuted in He Knows You're Alone in 1980. The 80s included Splash in 1984 and Big in 1988, earning an Oscar nomination. In the 90s, he won Oscars for Philadelphia in 1993 and Forrest Gump in 1994. At 69 years old in 2025, Hanks narrated The Americas on NBC and is set for In the Garden of Beasts. He'll receive the Sylvanus Thayer Award and star in This World of Tomorrow on stage. Number 9. Nicolas Cage, born in 1964. In the 80s, he starred in Valley Girl in 1983 and Moonstruck in 1987. The 90s brought an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas in 1995 and hits like The Rock in 1996. At 61 years old in 2025, Cage starred in Longlegs in 2024 and is filming Spider Noir for Amazon. He's being more selective with roles after paying off debts, planning 3 or 4 more films. Number 10. Jim Carrey, born in 1962. In the late 70s, he started stand-up in 1977. The 80s included The Duck Factory in 1984. In the 90s, In Living Color from 1990 to 1994 and Ace Ventura in 1994 launched him. At 63 years old in 2025, Carrey reprised Dr. Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in 2024 and plans to power rest rather than retire fully, open to more Sonic films. Number 11. Robin Williams, born in 1951. In the 70s, he starred in Mork and Mindy from 1978 to 1982. The 80s featured Good Morning, Vietnam in 1987 and Dead Poets Society in 1989. In the 90s, Mrs. Doubtfire in 1993 and Good Will Hunting in 1997 won him an Oscar. Williams passed away in 2014 at age 63 from suicide amid Lewy body dementia. Number 12. Val Kilmer, born in 1959. In the 80s, he starred in Top Secret in 1984 and Top Gun in 1986. The 90s included The Doors in 1991 and Batman Forever in 1995. Kilmer passed away in 2025 at age 65 from pneumonia, with contributing factors like respiratory failure and throat cancer. Number 13. Sean Penn, born in 1960. In the late 70s, he appeared in Little House on the Prairie in 1974. The 80s featured Fast Times at Ridgemont High in 1982. In the 90s, Carlito's Way in 1993 and Dead Man Walking in 1995 earned nominations. At 65 years old in 2025, Penn appeared on Everybody's Live with John Mulaney, giving fight advice. Number 14. Tim Robbins, born in 1958. In the 80s, he founded Actors Gang in 1981 and starred in Bull Durham in 1988. The 90s featured The Shawshank Redemption in 1994 and directed Dead Man Walking in 1995. At 66 years old in 2025, Robbins starred in Silo on Apple TV Plus until 2025 and presented Topsy Turvy, Ramazzuri at Chokonai National Theater in 2024. Number 15. Kevin Bacon, born in 1958. In the late 70s, he debuted in Animal House in 1978. The 80s included Footloose in 1984. In the 90s, Tremors in 1990 and Apollo 13 in 1995. At 67 years old in 2025, Bacon appeared at the Tribeca Festival and lives in Manhattan with wife Kyra Sedgwick. Number 16. Matthew Broderick, born in 1962. In the 80s, he starred in War Games in 1983 and Ferris Bueller's Day Off in 1986. The 90s included The Lion King in 1994 and Election in 1999. At 63 years old in 2025, Broderick stars in Tartuffe at New York Theater Workshop and narrated the Gettysburg Address. Number 17. Jeff Bridges, born in 1949. In the 70s, he starred in The Last Picture Show in 1971. The 80s featured Tron in 1982. In the 90s, The Fisher King in 1991 and The Big Lebowski in 1998. At 75 years old in 2025, Bridges reprises Kevin Flynn in Tron, Ares, stars in Carnival, At the End of Days, and lost his Malibu home to wildfires. Number 18. Richard Gere, born in 1949. In the 70s, he starred in Days of Heaven in 1978. The 80s included American Gigolo in 1980 and An Officer and a Gentleman in 1982. In the 90s, Pretty Woman in 1990. At 76 years old in 2025, Gere starred in The Agency on TV in 2024, with no new projects detailed. Number 19. Kurt Russell, born in 1951. In the 70s, he starred in The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes in 1969. The 80s featured Escape from New York in 1981. In the 90s, Tombstone in 1993. At 74 years old in 2025, Russell is in post-production for The Rivals of Amzia King and voices Ron in Smurfs. Number 20. Tommy Lee Jones, born in 1946. In the 70s, he starred in Love Story in 1970. The 80s included The Executioner's Song in 1982. In the 90s, The Fugitive in 1993 won him an Oscar. At 79 years old in 2025, no specific projects are noted, but he remains an acting veteran. Number 21. Al Pacino, born in 1940. In the 70s, he starred in The Godfather in 1972 and Serpico in 1973. The 80s featured Scarface in 1983. In the 90s, Scent of a Woman in 1992 won him an Oscar. At 85 years old in 2025, Pacino met Pope Leo XIV and starred in Modi, 3 Days on the Wing of Madness in 2024. Number 22. Michael Douglas, born in 1944. In the 70s, he starred in The Streets of San Francisco from 1972 to 1976. The 80s included Wall Street in 1987, winning an Oscar. In the 90s, Basic Instinct in 1992. At 80 years old in 2025, Douglas announced semi-retirement to focus on family after starring in Franklin in 2024. Number 23. Bill Murray, born in 1950. In the 70s, he joined Saturday Night Live in 1977. The 80s featured Ghostbusters in 1984. In the 90s, Groundhog Day in 1993 and Rushmore in 1998. At 75 years old in 2025, Murray stars in The Phoenician Scheme, returned to SNL's 50th anniversary, and appeared at Sundance. Number 24. Steve Martin, born in 1945. In the 70s, he released comedy albums like Let's Get Small in 1977. The 80s included The Jerk in 1979 and Roxanne in 1987. In the 90s, Father of the Bride in 1991. At 80 years old in 2025, Martin stars in Only Murders in the Building on Hulu, which he co-created and plans it as his final role. Number 25. Mickey Rourke, born in 1952. In the late 70s, he debuted in 1941 in 1979. The 80s featured Diner in 1982 and 912 Weeks in 1986. In the 90s, Bullet in 1996. At 72 years old in 2025, Rourke was removed from Celebrity Big Brother for inappropriate behavior and plans to sue ITV. Thanks for watching. See you next time.